Good morning and welcome to Divas Den on Intellectual Radio. We have over 75 plus radio personalities, something for everyone.
Say that.
I am your host,
You are.
Vicky T, and my
Gonna be.
and the B stands for
Beauty.
All right.
Yes.
Today is a good day.
A great day.
For a good day.
For a good day.
Get that? Today is a good day for a good day.
For
I
a
love
good
it.
day.
Yeah, I believe in that.
We have as our featured guest, Miss Cleopatra. I love that. Think of Cleopatra, I think of a beautiful queen.
You think of extra
Queen.
because she extra, right?
Yeah.
Because she extra. Because she extra.
And she
Cleopatra
is
Cowley.
the mother of Hadiya Pendleton.
Absolutely.
Bestie.
Today we
And
will,
Nathaniel, don't forget him.
Yes, you can't forget
Oh.
about Junior.
I didn't know about Junior. Well, you will tell us about Junior.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
That's
sorry.
only two of them.
We got
Dang.
two.
Take her.
Oh, you say three.
We will embark today on remembering the life of Hadiya Pendleton.
Amen.
Yes.
All right. But first,
Let's jump into some.
we're going to get into
Something
what
serious.
Divas Inc. has going on, and we'll talk briefly about, we'll get into the shade room, some current topics.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, Divas Inc. stands for Developing Intellectual Visions and Self.
And self.
love
Self.
that.
It's a mentoring program for young ladies
Yes.
ages 11 to 21. But once a diva,
Always a diva.
girl, say that.
Yes.
Always
Okay,
a diva.
okay. Here's a trivia
Trivia.
for you.
For me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
listening. Let's see if I can
What's
get
an
it right.
awesome way to spend an evening honoring all of the people that have sponsored Inc.
Well, of course, a game night. Of course.
Oh.
So we are so grateful for everyone who has supported, donated their money,
Yes.
energy, and time to help make all our events successful.
That's awesome.
It is time for Divas Inc. to celebrate those who have celebrated us.
Yes.
We hope you come out tonight
Tonight.
and enjoy this evening of music, games, appetizers,
Drink.
drinks, and it's all. We got something for everybody. You know what I'm
For
saying?
everybody, from the kids to the adults.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's
Oh,
free.
$3.99.
Free ain't one.
Oh, I like it. Oh, I
Okay,
like it.
So see you there. And by the way, Divas Inc. If we have not told you, we are so thankful for you.
Thankful.
For information on game night tonight, contact Divas via Facebook pages, Developing Intellectual Self, Visions and Self, and Divas Inc. Or you can call us at 855-462-3482.
Yes. we
Now
got
it's
the number.
time for the hot topics.
Yes, let's
Uh-oh.
get into the top topics. I got
Now,
I got some
I know
feelings.
I'm gonna let you. We gonna keep your feelings on hold for a minute, cause I know once you get in your feelings, it's gonna be hard to pull you out of them. So this what we gonna do. We gonna do the serious talk first.
Yeah, we can
So you
suggest
don't-
that.
I know that's your daughter, but you don't even understand
The serious.
on another level.
I love it.
You know, you don't even understand.
Let's talk about it.
Amazing.
Trump,
Oh.
aka number 45, impeachment trial.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the process. Gone, it's down, been passed down to the Senate.
His friend.
Now, don't get your hopes up high, because you
Yeah.
said the magic word.
His friends.
The Chief Supreme Justice Judge has been sworn in, but here's the catch.
What's
Do you
the
know
catch?
what the catch is?
I don't know.
What's the
Look,
catch?
tell us the catch.
Now, 2/3 majority of the Senate will be required to convict and remove Trump. But as she just said,
Them his friends.
them is friends.
Them his
However-
homeboys.
That's likely to happen because the Republicans outnumber the Democrats 53 to 47.
Mm-hmm.
That small, that little small percentage
So we're going to need all the saints to pray
to pray.
To pray for what?
for this here
Impeachment.
impeachment.
So what exactly does impeachment mean?
That he'll be out of the office.
Out of the office.
Officially.
And then what's gonna happen next?
Then,
we get a new president.
well, I
who
guess
that's gonna
his
be?
vice president. Well, that'd be Pence. Which
So
is
let's
not
talk
even.
about it.
That's not. Which is not
lesser of
even.
two
So are you saying
The
we
lesser
finna get
thing.
out the
I'm
get out the
saying
skillet
men
into the
almost
frying
gone,
pan or
remember.
into the skillet into the frying
Out
pan?
of the frying pan into the fire.
into the fire.
He gonna be like electric
whatever the heck it is for everybody. You get zapped.
Well, thank you, Miss Cleopatra, for just messing up my hot topic. I'm thinking that we gonna get something done here, and she like, girl, let me tell you something.
Well, you know what though? On that note, that means that everybody just have to go out and vote like never before. If we want to see change,
that's it.
If you want to see change,
now I'm gonna say older people, we get out and go vote. We get up in the morning. And 6 o'clock
my millennials, my people, my peeps,
you need to talk to your peeps about voting.
I need y'all to go out and vote. We can't complain. We want to be all these radical people and say we so woke, but we can't be woke if we not voting because we had our ancestors die and try for years on years. Women try for years on years and years before we can vote, and we don't take this serious. And it's a very serious matter. So we can't complain about what's happening in the White House and in the world. And when
they stop letting y'all go to school, you can't get student
loans and no financial aid.
If you don't get out there and vote.
That's for real.
Y'all heard her. Everybody want to be educated. You can't be educated if you ain't vote because he's definitely trying to take away all of the programs. You know, they don't believe in helping people like that. So
don't get me started.
I like your shirt, Vicky T. Y'all see her shirt? It say Divas Den, okay? Oh.
You better know. So the articles of this impeachment accuses Trump of pressing the Ukrainian president, what's his name? Voldemort.
His friend.
Is that his friend too?
They are
to investigate Biden.
They his friend. If he gonna pay you to investigate, that mean they all in cahoots. They all ain't right.
So while he was doing that, he placed a hold on a valuable White House meeting and $391 million military aid dollars. He just said, like, if you don't do this, I ain't gonna do that.
Exactly.
And then
it's how he usually does. He's very childish.
Very. His favorite thing is Twitter.
You do this to him, he gonna be doing this to you.
Exactly.
And then hide his fingers. I
ain't do it.
It wasn't me.
That's why all them troops getting sent over there because all of a sudden, because the heat was on him. Well, let's take the heat off of me and put it on something else.
Of course.
What that sound like? Then what's so crazy when Obama was in office, he literally said Obama was trying to do the same thing to get the heat off of him and make a war. But now he's doing it. So his whole entire presidency in that White House, everything that he tries to point a finger at Barack Obama for doing, he did it and more.
I think the White House is built on basically lies and corruption.
I could believe it.
Politics are too. Politicians lie. They don't probably mean to, but they do. They tell you all the good things that they're going to do to get you to vote for them.
Yeah.
And then when they get in there,
well, think about how much we don't know. If you think about that, how much we don't know, and about the people who are actually running for these offices who don't know, and then they get in there and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know."
So I know this is gonna happen.
I don't know. I wonder if it's like
I didn't know, you didn't know, we all didn't know.
But somebody gotta fix it though. I'm just saying.
But who's the one to fix it? Is it the people?
Or I think the people can only do so much. Like we can intellectually, right? We can we can vote to a point where we figure out who we think will be the best candidate for a job based upon what it is they've done in their proven record, right? And we should vote for people who are in line with like what we believe in and what is important to us. And if we don't,
so that means that we have to do our due diligence and research.
Yes.
And not just go off hearsay, which is when you really got to your home girl,
really
got
to read into what these people are doing.
I like Bernie Sanders. I love him. He should have won last time.
Your people really like him.
We're going to move on to a topic that you really like, that you were so enthused about. And this is Miss Lori Harvey.
Lori Harvey is the GOAT. Okay. For me to be 23 and she just turned 23, Lori Harvey
she is
GOAT.
not the greatest of all time.
She's not the greatest of all time, but she done made Future. Okay. Okay, look. Backstory for the older people that's listening.
I'm gonna tell the older part of this story
because this older person needs
what
to know.
You talking about, I totally disagree with. And we gonna disagree today.
Future
Tell the
change his
story.
ways. Okay,
Let's
keep
tell
going.
the story. What happened?
She's 23 years old.
Mm.
She's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter.
Yes, Marjorie.
But she
Harvey's
has
daughter.
dated the following. She has a
Down the
track
line.
record.
No doubt. And this is all in 1 year.
So
1 year?
not 1 year. We're
Couple
gonna say
months.
2 years. Because I'm going back to this
Well,
Memphis Depay,
Oh,
who
you
was
going back to Memphis to pay.
who is a Dutch soccer star that she was engaged
Oh, wow.
to.
I remember that a long time ago.
No, not no long time ago.
Well,
couple years ago.
See,
but within in her age group, that's a long time ago.
But within this year, she done
Excuse
talked
me,
to
could
4
I finish?
people.
Yes. And you think that's the GOAT of all time?
No, I'm gonna tell you
the
why.
greatest of all
No,
time?
I'm gonna tell you why I said
Okay,
she
let me
go.
finish.
Keep going.
Trey Songz.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Diddy's son, Justin Combs, and then she turned around and dated Diddy.
That's wait. She dated the son and the father?
The son.
And what you classify that as? In the same year, within some months.
You know,
okay, we're gonna say dating.
Being available.
And then Future.
And then Future. That's the big one.
Future is down here.
No, but he's down there as it is in qualities. But when it comes to how he do his woman, Future is a really big player. And
she is too.
Yeah, but so his last like really big mixtape he did was Monster, and it was talking about Sierra, which everybody knows is married to Russell Wilson, now has 2 children, but they were engaged. And
she living her best life.
She living her best life.
And she's so beautiful.
I'm talking about
now that's a queen.
Okay,
flourishing.
She living her BEST.
Future has all these, illegitimate children, that he don't want to take care of.
And so you think that she doing something?
No, listen.
Girl, bye.
And he never takes nobody really serious. And he act like I'm Future, I'm a rapper, so I don't gotta take nobody serious. But Lori, like, he never posts nobody, he never does anything. But Lori, she had this big old extravaganza for her 23rd birthday.
I saw that.
And if you don't know, Mommy Cleo, she had all her friends come to Jamaica. The list was extensive, from Tiana Taylor and her husband.
Oh, wow.
Well, our Chicago own G Herbo and his new girlfriend Latiana, which is Fabulous stepdaughter Emily
B. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ex Kardashian Jordan Wood. She's living her best life too, flourishing with black people. She should have been did that. Yeah, she had like
after she got drugged in the mud.
Yeah,
but did she get drugged or did she do wrong?
When it comes
kind of both.
When it comes to that lifestyle that they all have been living, especially the Kardashians,
she was paid.
What's wrong?
She was paid to be a.
They didn't sleep with each other's men.
Yes, they did. They did it.
They said with some of their friends, men.
All their friends, men.
Friends.
And they were
as close as her and Jordan.
She's a friend too.
She was there. She was Kylie's sister.
Right. So who slept with their other man?
What's that phrase? Birds of the feather
flock together.
Right. But
okay. So from Kim, and all of her friends, because Black China. Okay, like pops. Kylie ex-boyfriend is Tiger.
Okay.
He's a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
They were friends with his first baby mother. Is Black China. She used to be a stripper.
Tiger. Okay.
China. Black China. She was a stripper / reformer. All
Who
that.
is Tiger dating?
Tiger don't date nobody right now, but he was dating Kylie, and he dated her before she was even legal. But it was like kind of shady because Kim Kardashian was Black China friend, but then they started dating behind her back.
See,
so then she got back at them and then dated their brother and had a baby by him.
Wait, who started dating behind their back?
Black China started dating Rob Kardashian.
Right, but who was dating Black China's guy?
Kylie.
Oh,
so payback. And then all the Kardashians and all their men has been somebody else's men.
But ain't everybody man been somebody else?
But they was their close friends, man. So it's just karma. Just
let's move on. Let's move on.
Lori Harvey's 23.
But Instagram status was, they say she's a. Is it true?
Who, Lori?
That's what they say.
I feel like she is. I say that is because she kind of spread herself out thin. But then I look at
Maybe she learned from her mama.
Yeah, because her mama,
I got the dirt on her mama.
Harvey.
Mama Marjorie.
She done dated all her baby daddies.
Well, let me give you a little background on Marjorie Harvey.
Yes.
Steve, I love you. I even love Marjorie. Because God said love everybody.
She's pretty.
But she is. She was used to be a model.
Yeah.
But she dated and married drug lord Jim L. Townsend.
Yes,
who was sentenced to 26 years and was pardoned by Barack Obama in 2017.
Okay.
5 years into his sentence, Mama Marjorie was like, I gotta
Deuces.
It's been fun.
I need my lifestyle to take care of me. And
so
my kid.
she married another drug lord.
Yes.
Donnell Woods. No relations to me.
She got kids by both of these drug lords.
Who was supposedly be Lori's father.
And then
that's all I'm saying.
And then she was hired by Steve's ex-wife
to be his stylist.
And she just kind of clawed on in, and she took Steve from the ex-wife, then got Steve to adopt all her kids, Harvey's. If
I ain't mad at her.
I ain't mad at her though.
I hear all that in my life, but I do believe that other people do the same thing. We just don't know about it because there's not a camera in front of it.
True.
So I don't think that they're doing anything wrong.
Exactly.
Hey, be out, live your best life. That's why it's called your life. Live your best life. I ain't mad at nobody.
Well, on that note, we gonna go on back to number 3.
Yeah, let's go.
Prince Harvey and Meghan Markle.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them.
I was wondering. I said to myself, like this lady don't talk. She just move her bag and they know what to do.
Yes.
If I put my bag in this hand, that means I'm ready.
Because I'm the queen.
But this is the thing. You don't tell me what to do. I didn't work my whole life. I done gave up everything. My career, my this, my that.
But see, my thing is you knew what you were getting into.
But
before you signed up, you knew there was going to be some stipulations.
But the problem I have is everyone keeps saying that she knew what she was getting into. I'm pretty sure he knew who he was marrying. And I'm pretty sure she didn't say, oh, yeah, I'm solely interested and I'm going to obey somebody else's. I'm pretty sure she didn't.
But at the same time, y'all got to think about
her marriage vows included obeying.
But you got
that was accidental. I'm sure she didn't know it till she was standing there.
But you got to look at Harry, though. Harry has always been the rebel. From him joining the military,
the same thing. I do.
For him doing what he wanted.
He'll never be king.
He's always been the rebel. And then the way that I look at it as what's his brother name? William. He done got all these kids, so they gonna be in line to be the he would never be king. So why not live my best life? And then they've been definitely making moves to make sure that they secured the bag before they even left. Because she has a voiceover. I feel like she's gonna become the next princess, even if she don't be a princess in their eye.
But she is a princess. So at the end of the day, you can't take that from her. She will always
be. They took them out the royal family wax museum.
They didn't.
In London.
She got kicked. I mean, they're leaving the royal palace. So basically, he is leaving his grandmother's house.
Yes.
That's the only one bold enough to do it.
But then she tried to make a little saying like they're going there temporary. Sis, you tried to make it cute. They said they was out, they gone. But I feel like he don't want her to end up what happened to Diana.
His mother. It was probably, it's a lot of pressure being,
I feel like the queen killed her
up there with everybody. It's not her.
You're not happy.
Not happy.
She had to give up everything to marry him.
They were mad that she came to the States and her friends threw her a private baby shower.
That's terrible.
So she can't live her life. She can't be her.
Yeah.
So she said, if I can't be me,
who can I be?
And I guess he loved her enough to say, forget it too.
That's I think
that's amazing.
Yeah, I think so. But I think they're so well matched.
Yeah.
In terms of what they're interested in and their give back. And I think she was already in that space before she ever married him.
Mm-hmm.
And to meet someone who likes to give back the same way she does, there's got to be like so much happiness in that. But then for that to be limited by rules,
you can't
perhaps,
do that. You can't do that.
That are there. Probably fictional. It's just perceived reign. If you ask me,
I give them props for
standing up for what they believe in,
being happy and making happiness happen.
Yep,
for them.
Yes, she looked like, but she was beautiful on her wedding day. That dress,
gorgeous,
was everything. She looked like Cinderella.
She did.
A black
A
Cinderella.
black Cinderella.
Was she
Ooh,
gorgeous?
she was gorgeous.
But what about the drama leading up to that? Like that was even
They
just
did her
extra.
daddy, and like I just feel
Why
like they
do you
tried
say
to
they
drag.
did her daddy
Well,
wrong?
not no. I'm saying as in her business. Like they tried to make her day not about her.
It was her
Negative.
family,
No,
her
her
sister,
dad did
that
that. Yep,
evil
sister and daddy.
stepsister of hers.
Oh, stepsister Cinderella,
The
look,
whole Cinderella situation.
Cinderella.
The whole-
Oh,
It was.
Yes.
If you actually look at it, it was her siblings.
Yeah. And her dad.
And her
And
dad.
he literally tried to sell the story.
the sell the story.
And that's pretty
I was
sad.
trying to
With the aid of
up.
that daughter of his.
Of course.
But it didn't work.
No.
Because
What's for you, it's for you.
What's for you is for you.
Well, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in to Divas Den on Intellectual Radio, where we have over 70 plus shows, something for everyone.
Everybody.
Our special guest today, Miss Cleopatra,
Thank
the
you,
mother
thank you.
of Hadiya Pendleton. We will be back with the show.
Thank you. Thank
Stay
you.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
Tell mother that I'm coming. I'm coming home soon. You tell my mother from me. Oh, I'm coming. And if I stay on the battlefield and I keep on doing this thing, I'm coming. Oh, Lord. Oh, tell my father that I'm coming, y'all. You tell my father for me. Oh, I'm coming. And if I stay on the battlefield and I keep on, I'm coming. Oh, Lord. And I'm coming.
Welcome back to Divas Den on Intellectual Radio, where we have over 70 plus shows, something for everyone.
For everybody.
And now what you guys
love it.
have been waiting on. They've been waiting for you.
They've been waiting for me. For you.
Come on, let's talk then, y'all.
Let's talk.
Yes.
So, I have been knowing you since I was
You had to
about
duck.
11. About 11,
Yeah.
6th grade.
Yes.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time.
Look
I
at
done
you all
graduated
growed up.
college and stuff. Wow. So, for everybody that's just tuning in, today it was really important to have this conversation.
Mm.
My best friend, which was Hadiya Pendleton, it would make 7 years
It will make 7 years on the 29th.
on
yes.
the 29th,
On the
and that is
29th.
surreal.
That's very surreal.
Like, that day is vividly in my mind, like
Forever.
forever.
Yeah.
Forever. So,
Mhm.
let's jump right in. How
Yeah.
are you?
I am perfect, whole, and complete. I
Wow.
am filled with excitement. Every day that I open my eyes, I thank the universe, my creator, for allowing me to breathe and to have another chance to either succeed or correct some wrong. And yeah, this is the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So we're gonna be let's be transparent and upfront.
Always.
Okay.
Yes.
oh, that's all she do.
You know, because as a mother,
yes.
I'm trying to wrap my mind how you get up every day.
That's a
And
that's a strong
survive.
woman.
Let's go back to that day.
Yeah.
Let's go back to January 29th.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is how I woke up on January 29th.
Okay.
So I woke up excited because that week I was gonna get my review, and I had been working my butt off like the year before. I was like, oh yeah. So the day
workaholic.
before, I had this feeling that was like that where I was excited about how I had this overwhelming sense of completion. So I was like super excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be able to provide for my kids a certain way. Blah, blah, blah. I'm already in my career, but you know how we always just dream
Yes.
so big. And so I went outside. It was so overwhelming. I went outside and I was talking to the universe, actually, just myself. And so people walking past were thinking I was crazy. And it was in the afternoon. And so I was like super excited. I was like, oh my God, I got a sense of completion. So that means, yes, it's about to happen. Right.
Yes.
And so I went back to work the next day. Or actually, I woke up the next day and Hadiya walked into the room like, wait for it. Wait for it. I'll never forget. I just remember that. Wait for it. And I'm like, what are you doing? So she turns to go into my bathroom and she had cut the back of her pants behind the knee. That's edgy for her. I was like,
okay.
look at her. That's so cute. Right. So I'm cracking up. But she was also trying to steal my makeup too. And so, we said our I love yous, because we, finished getting dressed for work and school. And that's that. Went to work. I'm like still in an excited mode. I was in the middle of a business meeting and my phone rang. And then all hell broke loose from there. Can I say hell?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All hell broke loose after that. Around the same time I was praying the day before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Truth.
I remember that day.
Yeah.
I remember because all CPS, we just got done with finals.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And all CPS kids got out of school early.
Yep.
For those that don't know, me and Hadiya went to middle school together. Carter G. Woodson Middle School, University of Chicago. Shout out to CGW. Shout out to Donahue.
Yes, the whole tribe.
The whole charter.
Yeah.
And so when we graduated, Hadiya went to King and I went to Kentwood, which was big rivalries. Really, really big rivalries. But that was always my best friend. Everybody got out of school early. I remember I was in Hyde Park. I was in Choli's. And my cousin who went to King called me. I was like, Ayana, something's wrong with Hadiya. So I'm calling everybody. And then finally they was like, come to the hospital. And then everything happened.
Yeah. So for me, I got the call from Kaylin.
Yep.
And freaked me out. I can't even begin to explain that to you. And so I had to pull in one of my coworkers, like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand, like, just random too, like, help me, one of my sister friends. And I'm like, they saying something, I don't get it. So
Was it registered?
Oh, it registered. I just didn't believe I was hearing what I was hearing. So I'm like, yeah, help me out. And so she did, and she's like, you need to go. And then I had talked, it was a police officer on the phone, like, so much happens really fast. And
what's crazy?
What?
The police officer that was on the phone was my cousin. I always meant to tell you that. And she's a pastor and knew Heidi.
Wait, it depends on which one it is.
If it was a lady when you first.
No. I know, because I know, because we'll talk about that too. But yeah, so we, so anyway, I get to the hospital. Before then, I called Dad. I called God, and he happened to be with her godfather. Let's tell you how everything worked. He happened to be with her godfather at the time. I called my mom, my sister. Well, I didn't call my mom. I called my sister. And I think I called my mom too. But I was just trying to get everyone there. And I was worried because, my mom, I mean, she's everybody's
exactly, grandma.
So I'm like, oh my God. But needless to say, we get there and then we get the information, the news that she didn't make it. So, to answer your question, which was, how do I wake up every day, right? I'll tell you, initially, I woke up every day for about 4 days, and the only thing I could do was scream. I had no language. And then, I mean, my life was turned completely upside down. And, but I had always had this rule about how I deal with things, and it didn't change because of the matter of what this is, And so on the 4th day, something occurred, and then I started to get up. And I still didn't have his mercy then. I feel like I still didn't have his grace. I remember when I received his mercy, and I had to tell everyone, because it was one day after this happened, and I'm saying, I think more than a year later, one day I woke up and I just felt like,
because you were everywhere.
And I was
everywhere.
But yeah, I was everywhere because let me tell you something. You know how much you love your mom? Sitting right there in the corner. We got baby in the corner. it's something, and it's inexplainable. Like for your mom, you have no idea what she's thinking right now about you. We talk and we have conversations with our children. You have children?
Yes, I have one.
One?
That's why I said I couldn't
Yeah,
even imagine.
exactly. And else, and then that area where those dreams and thoughts and fears and all that lie
Hmm.
goes black.
And also,
What do you do with that?
as a
Like
parent,
it's
we don't expect to outlive our children.
never. It's you don't.
That's not supposed to
That's
happen.
that little bit of fear that's in there. Like,
That's
I
not
want to
supposed to
protect you
happen.
from anything, you know? So
Mhm.
it's not supposed to happen. And it doesn't make sense when it does. And the fact that it's true and it's your reality doesn't make it any easier. And then watching everyone get grown and graduate. And she was so pretty at prom. Oh my God. I was so sick. But oh my God. I walked in and out in 2 minutes, but I had to.
Yep.
You have to do what you got to do. Like,
And
try
those
to.
are the questions and the thoughts that really kind of, I think bother us the most. Because if anybody that truly knew Hadiya, she was one of the most smartest, silliest people that you would ever meet. But she was amazing at everything.
Yeah.
Like she get it from her mom.
Like amazing at everything, from
was completely
volleyball, from
individual.
majorette, from basketball, to be an AAU basketball star too, championships and all. And so she was like an amazing person. So like, just to think, we're all about to be 23.
Yeah.
And what college she would have went to, and what she be dating, and
Yeah, because they was making fun of her for nothing for so long. It was so funny. But anyway,
But that's the question. So I want to get into.
Yeah.
You just went through a trial.
I did.
One.
Just one. So it was for both, but we got sentencing for one in 18. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's 18. It's been 19. It's been so much going on. But we got sentencing for one, and he received 84 years and 45. That has to be at 100%, and the other has to be at 85.
Yes.
So a good long sentencing, and then we were waiting to receive sentencing for the driver, and the driver is the reason why any of that ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that sentencing? Is that enough years? You have mixed feelings?
There's never enough someone can do. I mean, it doesn't change what's happened to our family. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'd rather there be a sentencing of some sort where there is consequences for their actions instead of nothing, because nothing hurts really bad. But that 84, it feels like it's just because his mom will never be able to touch him, I don't think, and we'll never be able to touch our child. And so that is some sort of redemption, but it's it's sad all around. Everyone still loses.
Yes, there's no win-win situation.
Right. And I mean, we're as a family, and we've lost generations. We don't even know how many children she would have had, how many children her children would have had. The attributes that she had to pass along and forward, the mentorship, the give back, because she was big on that.
Very big.
It's so much that the world has missed out on because of this one life. And then you think about all the people that her death has impacted. So it's changed a lot of people in a lot of different ways. We had people who were scholars who wound up going to a whole lot rehab, alternative schools,
dropping out,
trying to commit suicide. And I'm not saying just within the year or even the couple months after that occurred. Fucking years later, and still dealing with that. People don't think about that. They think about it as, oh, she's still mourning the situation, and it'll be 7 years at the end of the month, and isn't she over it yet? And you just look at me, but I am like the how do you say it? Like, you're looking at me, but there's so many other faces I represent. And then you think about Junior was 10, and he was going to he was 10, and she was going to be 16. And you think about how it's impacted him. He slept with his sister almost every day. Like, they were super close.
Twin.
Yes, like she was loving on that baby while he was here. Like, they were sleeping together, And so you think about the dynamics and what it does emotionally to people. So everyone who had a relationship with her felt the impact and the absence of her. And it's you think about me, who I gave birth to her, right? I nurtured her before she got here. So my relationship there, and what I think, what I'm trying to get a balance on is a lot different than, you would think someone that has a relationship, after they've known her, she's 10 and they built a relationship together. But then you have to wonder what that was built upon. While I was in the hospital, the young lady that tried to commit suicide, Hadiya kept her from doing that. And she was there to come to the hospital and make sure Hadiya was okay and refused to leave. And she says, "No, I'm not leaving. I'm only here because she told me not to kill myself. I'm supposed to be going to her." And so you think about that, the impact thereof. And then at our funeral, the young man who was a banger, and he wanted to speak on, on her, to Hadiya's character. And he stood there and he's like, "I'm a gangbanger." And you should have heard the church. The church was like,
got silent.
Right. They
got
were
silent.
And he's like, "I don't care what you think. Like, Hadiya loved me and she
never
encouraged
judged
me.
me.
Yep. And she
Never
encouraged me to get my
judged.
education. She knew what I was and she wanted me to be different. And so, yeah, I would never expect this to be her. And I would never expect to be speaking at her funeral." So you think about the impacts that she had on people, accepting them where they were, but trying to get them where she thought they should be. That's one heck of a young girl.
Last thing, the mothers of the movement.
Yeah, those are my babies. So the Mothers of the Movement, we formed as a result of traveling around the country and sharing our stories with, while promoting like Hillary Clinton's run for president. And so it's
Blair,
it's
I can't think of all the moms.
no,
but
it's like, well, let's say this. Mothers of the Movement is like a ton of women, but it was started by a group, a specific, few women. And so it's Sabrina Fulton, which is Trayvon Martin's mother. It's Lucy McBath, which is Jordan Davis's mom. It's Mama G, Lord. Um, um, I can't breathe.
a lot of great women.
Yes, it's just so many. Like, I'm trying to name them all because my mind wasn't on that space. You took me from emotional to Mothers of Movement. But we all got together. We tell our stories. But the thing about what's very unique about the group of us being together is I am the only one that was shot by someone that looks like me. You know what I'm saying? So my child was shot by another little black boy, which means that the magnitude of what happened isn't always, how do you say it, as loud. So what happened in my case, what makes it a little bit unique, is the fact that Hadiya had went to President Barack Obama's second inaugural events, had just come back, and I couldn't afford to go when she went. I still had work going on, and so I made sure that she went, and a bunch of my sorors were there, so I knew she was safe. And so, she sent back pictures and, it was with all her friends and things of that nature. And so because that occurred and her death occurred so soon thereafter and in proximity to where President Barack Obama's family, reside and stuff like that, that's what brought about the rise and the attention to who she was. That and the fact that I was cussing and going crazy because they'd initially said that she was a gangbanger and was left to die by herself all along.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And I went, the hell, see, I keep saying hell here, off, because it was untrue. And because I had told the person that was there representing the media that she had no gang affiliation, only to find out that later that day, she, the very person that I advised differently, spoke that she was a gangbanger and was left to die alone. And I said, wow.
Which wasn't
that
true.
was far from the truth, given the fact that her friend was there trying to hold the blood into her body. And, it gets very graphic, but you think these young people were going through something very tragic and you minimized it to gangbanger situation.
Yeah. So in our closing, how do you keep the attributions that you were talking about that Hadiya could have possibly had, or that the ones that you knew she had? How do you keep her alive? How do you keep her thing? How do you keep what she was trying to do? How do you keep that growing?
So you said what? Hadiya's Promise, of course. Like, so we formed an 501c3 organization that is focused on giving back. Yeah. And it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's not very simple at all. And so we have every year we have a a peace party in the park around her birthday, which is June 2nd. And last year
Gemini
we had more
gang.
than 600 people in attendance. We fed them
Wow.
all like crazy. We have it for anyone who has had a child that has lost, or anyone that's had a loved one lost to gun violence. And we have like we have bouncy houses,
Houses.
we have horses, we have
Yeah.
we have heralds out there. We have,
Snow
talent.
cone.
We have other families come out. And what it is a time for us to get together because not very often can you get people that have experienced violence to like really come out and be themselves. And what I like to do is have people of like experiences come together because it's a place of experience because you can be
Mm-hmm.
who you are and how
Yep.
you are with this crowd without judgment.
Yep.
And so we just had an event where with the Kim Fox office, we just had an event, and some of the moms had never come out to anything before, and we gave Kim an opportunity to talk about what her office actually does because people don't really know that. But I had Brandy, the young lady who was related to the woman that was killed by the CTA train. I don't know if you she was getting her cell
Yep.
phone
I know
and
what you're
then
talking
she
Oh
was
about.
yeah.
trying to
Okay.
okay, she had not been out, and she was like, man, I feel emotional, not to tell our business, but it's just all our business actually. She's like, I feel emotional sometimes. And I said, well, girl, this is the crowd for you because we gonna see you crying, but we get it. So we like, but are you coming Saturday or not? Like,
Okay.
so it's so
Yes.
normal because we know why it's happening. It doesn't mean that you're sad in the moment, but it's like some part of you, is remembering your body hurts or aches and it's a release and it's okay. So what it is form ideas promise. We desire to get with other people who have like experiences from any cause of violence, and I just like look at my own experience as a real life lived. I try to be present in it, and in doing so, help others.
So we're going to be wrapping up in a few minutes. How do how would someone that has experienced gun violence in their family um, get in contact with you so they can be part of the Idea Promise or part of the movement or
Oh,
just wanting to talk if you are available,
yeah. So I'm on Facebook as
Mm-hmm.
Cleopatra Cowley. I never changed that. So it's Cleopatra Cowley. I'm on Facebook. Send me a message there. You can also go to hadiyaspromise.org. And give contact information there. And someone will reach back to you. There's also a Hadiya Promise page. There's a million different ways to get in touch with us. And the phone number is 773-494-9399.
Repeat that again.
773-494-9399. And so give us a call and someone will definitely get back in touch with you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Also, before we get off the air, we have to shout out to Daddy Anthony.
Yes.
Shout out
to the New Look restaurant.
to the New Look restaurant. If you looking for amazing soul food, the food is
Yes.
amazing. So on
Amazing.
83rd, I don't know the exact
It's
address.
2544 East 83rd Street. It's between Kingston and Colfax. It's amazing. It's beautiful ambiance on the inside. It's outside area. We have parties and host gatherings. We do some of everything there.
Amazing food, house
Yeah.
music,
Catering menus. I mean, it's black owned.
Okay,
You want to
that's
support your own. One of those. So definitely look us up.
my lovely co-host. Do you have anything else that you would like to say? Because it seems like you have something you want to say.
no, I just really just felt like it was important because it's like when you look about Heidi, they just say, okay, well, she was a girl that was in the park, and they try to think about, well, Michelle Obama came to her funeral, but she was just so much more.
Yeah.
And I just feel like people just truly need to hear her story. And like I was telling Mommy Cleo, the year 7 is the year of completion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
it's the beginning for me.
it's the beginning.
Yeah.
And so as we are in this new decade and Junior's about to graduate and go to college
Oh
and
wow.
and I'm in this space and everybody's and looking amazing and everybody's just moving in great spaces, and I just feel like it was just a conversation that needs to be heard.
And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it because this is always a very tough time for me. It's always like the fourth quarter of the year and the start of the new year that's very tough. I mean, then every month after that after that. I mean, so is that like 12 months out the year?
Yeah.
Okay. You see how I said
Well,
that? But,
I am so grateful that you came out and you shared some things with us.
I am so pleased that you
Yes.
invited
We're all
me.
about helping people
Yeah.
and giving back.
Yeah.
And you have such a lovely spirit.
Thank you.
And
Thank you guys.
yes.
But I mean, if anybody's looking for Mary Kay, because me and Hadiya was promising on doing makeup together, so that's what I did too. I know it sounds crazy, right? Yeah, that's what I did. I love that. So yeah, go ahead,
So,
y'all.
we want to thank our guests for tuning
Yes,
in,
thank
guys.
everybody for
We want
tuning
to thank
in.
Miss Mama Cleo for
Mama
coming
Cleo.
coming in
Cleo.
here.
Thank you,
And
babe.
guys, it's important to, as Jesse Jackson would say, let's keep hope alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's keep
Yes.
hope alive.
Yes.
Because without hope,
Yeah, nothing.
you have
There's
nothing.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this concludes our Saturday on
Yes.
Divas Den on
Den.
Intellectual Radio. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes.
But there's one important thing that you need to do,
Yes.
and that's feed your brain and get your mind right. Thank you for listening.